Now, listen, we're just chilling out here because thousands of families, as I have this holiday, will have spent time just like this, on a flight, jetting off or returning from holiday in cramped conditions, maybe, centimetres apart. So would you ever do anything like this?
Thanks a lot, you. Cheers.
I would never do that, but people have done it to me. Well, listen...
It's an issue that can send tempers sky high on flights. I was telling you, I've seen 2 road rage, flight rage incidents because of this. And I don't know if you've seen this, it's gone viral. We saw with the reality star Gemma Collins, thanks a lot, Ran, who was filmed squabbling with a passenger in front of her who tried to put her seat back on a flight from Athens to Heathrow.
Are you all right?
Thank you.
We're joined now. So that was Gemma. She was kind of saying, listen, can you just leave it where it is? I don't blame her.
Short haul, I think you should.
Well, Gemma's now a close friend, and TOWIE star Bobby Norris is here, who thinks that reclining is selfish, alongside former Love Island Kady McDermott, who said...
Pretend it didn't happen.
If we weren't meant to use a recline function...
Didn't happen.
Something really terrible has happened. Anyway, never mind. Kady.
That's you, that is.
Sorry.
That's you doing that.
Oh, God. We've ruined the set now.
Hi, guys.
Now, listen.
Who thinks it's a bad thing?
Me,
You think?
Yeah.
You do
Don't
it.
recline, and you do it, Kady.
I'm very tempted to throw water over you, but I won't.
I have my reasons. I do have.
All right,
reasons.
explain. Why do you think it's cool to do what she just did to me?
That was quite, like, intense. I wouldn't maybe do it so, like...
No.
But people do, though, don't they?
Yeah.
They just go, right, I've had my food, bang.
Yeah.
I think it's because, like, aircraft, when they were being made, they put the recline button there to be used. So I'm going to take advantage of that button. I mean, if I'm flying to Ireland for an hour, maybe not, but if I'm flying Dubai 7 hours, I can't sleep upright. I have to... And
I agree with you on long haul, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't do it the moment the seatbelt light goes out. And that's what a lot of people do. The seatbelt light goes out and back they go. Yeah. I mean, can't you wait until we've had dinner or lunch or a snack?
Yeah, it depends on how long the flight is, but I don't like flying that well, and I need to have a doze. If not, I'm quite, like, panicky. I need to sleep, so I will put my seat
Do you not take a travel pillow and think of the person behind you? Because if you do it to them, do you not think, well, you wouldn't like it done to you? Do you not mind when somebody in front of you does it to you?
Well, I'm only 5'3", so it doesn't really bother me.
Now, that's the difference, isn't it? Because if you're doing it and Richard sat behind
6'3",
you...
you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's a different thing. Come on.
You don't need to use it. I've seen, like you, I've seen people have rails on planes
big
over
rails,
it.
yeah,
I've seen people have tea and coffee spilt on them because someone's gone back.
Yes.
And we're talking boiling water. It's really dangerous. Now, obviously, if you're going to Australia, LA, somewhere long haul, the planes are generally bigger, but when we're talking budget airlines, there's so many
Which I think
seats.
was that, well, I don't know where Gemma was coming back from, but I'm assuming that was a sort of short haul.
Yeah, a short haul.
That's
Don't you
right,
think it's just simple manners? Like, all right, let's say you really do want to recline. Let's say you've had a long night out and you want to go to sleep. What's wrong with turning around, looking through the gap in the seat and saying, excuse me, do you mind if I recline my seat for a bit? Because I'm really tired, I want to sleep. Now, who's going to say no to that?
But
Completely.
That's the point, though. Even if it was me, I would go, God, I don't want you to. Yes, of course, that's fine.
Yeah, but at
Yeah.
least you're lubricating the social wheels there. I mean, well, you are, you know, it's good manners.
If someone said something, I'd be like you say, what can you do? You wouldn't turn around and say no, and there is that function there. But we don't have a lot of legroom as it is. I'm really tall. I find travelling uncomfortable to the point if I can get extra legroom, like on the row 1 or the emergency aisles, I prefer that. Or I always have an aisle seat so I can stick a leg out.
What I find more annoying, and I say this as a parent of a 7-year-old who likes to kick, you know, as in kicks it, you know, he's always moving around, don't kick him.
I'm just going to get my own back now.
That's it. So I find that more annoying when people don't say to their kids, listen, stop kicking the person in front of you. I'd rather somebody reclined than somebody was kicking my seat.
Yeah.
Can you please stop it? Genuinely annoying. Studio rage. But don't you think, like, in just etiquette on airlines...
No, just go,
etiquette on airlines.
Okay.
If I still sit back, though, I will always say to the person, I will always tell them. And it's only actually in the whole time I've ever been on a flight, one person has been funny about it.
Oh, like what? Go on.
Yeah, they said, well, she spoke for her husband, actually. She said that he's 6'5", and do you mind if I don't? And because I didn't expect them to say no, I didn't put it back. However, I thought, well, if you are so uncomfortable and you are so tall, then there is obviously the options maybe to, like...
Well, look, we've got a list here from the Washington... We'll show a picture of Richard in a minute, which is really funny. Really funny. But first of all, a quick rundown of what the Washington Post did in terms of the etiquette of reclining seats on short-haul flights, OK? But as you say, you're right, it's different on long-haul. The seats tend to be a bit bigger. You get more legroom. It says... Don't recline if the person behind you is tall. unless you check with them first. Don't recline when food or before food is about to be served and eaten. Don't do it then. You can recline when you're taking a red-eye, when you're on a night flight and all the rest of it, or a very, very early morning flight. That's OK, but do check first. Don't recline if you're going to sit up straight anyway. Don't just do it because you can, all right? Just because the button's there, so you'll press it. And recline if the person behind you has reclined. If they've reclined, OK, well, then you can recline, because they've got the room.
I like it, Trey. Do you agree with that? As in, you've got to be thoughtful about the people around you.
Yeah.
Completely. Like, aeroplanes are small spaces. They are. Like you, I don't particularly like flying, but I'm not going to stay in England forever. I like to go on my holidays.
Let me introduce you to the human cushion.
Oh, yes. Human cushion. Listen, okay. I'm hoping this is funny, but this is a man that I was flying back from Seoul back in 2017. And he had obviously enjoyed the hospitality of some South Korean businessmen.
You don't know this guy, he's not a mate.
No, he's not. He came and sat down next to me, we had a good chat. But
Are you now engaged?
He did enjoy the onboard service for the first hour.
Oh, my God. And what did you do? Are you so polite that you just sat there and let him do that?
It was about half an hour. He lay on my arm.
And then what happened? Did you just kick him off, or did he wake
eventually I was wriggling to the point that he stirred, but it just... I think that's worse almost than someone coming back on you.
He just wanted a couple.
Oh, my God, that is so
funny. I think probably, yes.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Just finally, Trey on Twitter is my kind of person. I was on a plane from New York to Manchester and we got stuck with loads of 15-year-olds on board. And, of course, the one behind me was punching the seat all night. So I put my seat down to get him back.
Okay.
That's the only time I would actually do it.
Yeah.
But I think we've just discovered something here. You know, I love Rennie. And co-presenters either get on or they don't get on. But if they don't get on, from now on, if you're presenting with somebody you don't like, just when they're doing their links,
just a bit of that. Just a bit of that.
Fantastic.
Right, thank you, Kady. Thank you, Bobby. Still to come. Actually, I'd like to know who that guy was. Do you think he might have recognised himself this morning?
He was
Get in touch.
He was a litigation solicitor, specialising in libel.